Today's share is sponsored by RabbiBlond.com, BOLOND. Go to RabbiBlond.com for many shiurim on halacha, musar, and chumash, tanakh, everything you need for a delicious drive upstate or downstate. Anywhere you go, download the episodes and the videos, and you will have a delicious listen on beautiful words of Torah. Yeah. There's a lot on there.
Everything is not in the last 5 years.
Torah is eternal. That's you see. Torah is always chadash, even if it's recorded. It's fresh. It's fresh. It's like the dew. Did the mun ever? It's like the mun. Did the mun spoil? No. Stayed.
Of course it did.
I mean, after the day, but like throughout the day, it's fresh. It's fresh. That's Torah.
Correct. But as a person grows, the Torah that he learns and teaches also grows.
That's why.
It's elevated.
That's why mun is the mashi of tzadi. Tzadi. It's always fresh and real and existing.
Where's Tzaddik? You did it first.
Tzaddik.
Oh, that's the first one.
I make it up as I go. Rabbi say that's the key. You're supposed to be mechadish Torah. The Pele Yoyed says, if you're going to live in this world, try to write Sfarim, because those are what outlives you. That's forever. We have here the great grandson of the Nachlas Tzvi, Rabbi say, and he quotes him often, and that means in his grave, his lips are moving every time, and he's increasing the neshama is having an aliyah and increasing the schusim for the ganze mishpacha. I didn't get out much today, if you can't tell.
You didn't leave your house?
No, I left the house, the office. I'm saying I walked outside. It was a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
What is that, Daniel Tiger?
No, it was Mr.
You know
Rogers.
what that is?
Mr. Rogers.
You know from the bronze too, not from the screens.
Oh, is the name over there?
Is who?
It's Daniel the Tiger.
Yeah, they have the shows for a month and a half over the summer. They do. It gets up.
I hope you say Marabu Masecha Hashem every time you see these Gevaldik animals. What daf are we on? Chav Gimel?
I stopped there. There's special bracha you make. It's the share that I give. The Zoot share.
The Zoot? He has a share on Zoot.
Two parts. Chav Gimel, Amr, Aleph.
Yeah, the Gemara starts off in Makkos Chav Gimel Amar Aleph my timer. What's the reason for this? But if you look, the Rivan and Taisus both do not explain what this is questioning in our Mishnah, and the Goy Sabach actually takes out those four words completely, the two words of the question and 2 words of the answer. But some people explain that the Gemara is trying to find out why the person who is about to be lashed is humiliated by grasping, pulling off, and possibly tearing his clothes.
This is the last full daf of the Masechta.
Others explain that the Gemara wants to know why he's humiliated by being tied to the post. According to either of these explanations, the Gemara is asking why it's necessary to subject the sinner to humiliating procedure, to which the Gemara says the Torah requires us to humiliate him during the lashing procedure, and it says, and your brother will be demeaned. However, there are certain problems with this approach. Taisus in Saita Ches Amar Aleph agrees that there is a mitzvah to demean the sinner based on this pasuk, but it says it presented as an original idea, not the one found in the Gemara. The Rambam cites a different source found in the Sifri for removing the sinner's shirt, which has nothing to do with demeaning the sinner. The Ayin Lamishpat suggests an alternative approach. The Gemara is addressing the very end of the Mishnah, where it says the Malchus procedure is ended if the person being lashed loses control of his bodily functions. Why, the Gemara asks, is he patur from further lashes? Because the pasuk says Mishum Nikla, because he's demeaned. So really, there's 2 ways of touching up what the first 4 words on Chav Gimel Amud Aleph in Makkos is referring to.
Simple way it's referring to tearing the shirt.
Yeah. The Ayin Lamishpat says going on the end of the Gemara.
I think that footnote is like 300 times longer than the actual Gemara, which is only 4 words.
Yeah? But you know what? Sometimes we have, you'll have the Gemara says Teiku. It stands for Tishbi. And
Tishbi what? I lost. It was bad reception.
yeah.
Tishbi
Moving on.
Yitaretz Kushyos Vibayos.
Tishbu Yitaretz Kishu V'Taretz.
Kushyos Vibayos.
Tishbi
Yitaretz.
Yitaretz Kushyos Vibayos.
Eliyahu Navi will answer. Why Eliyahu Navi? Why not Moshe?
Because Eliyahu Navi, Moshe, he knows that Eliyahu Navi is the one who went around and he talked to our generation. He was with us. So we're gonna be able to Brisim and Pesach.
Because he never died. Very good.
He never died.
Moshe did. You gotta know the generation you're in. You have the knowledge, but you have to know.
So it says Teku, but really the answer could be very long once we get it. So you're right. There's only 4 words here, but sometimes when you get into the answer, it's very long, and you.
The answer is short. You're asking the question, though, right? Okay.
What sometimes, by the way, you have a very short Gemara.
Yeah, but
you'll have a Tosfos that's tremendous.
But over here you don't, right?
No, but okay. But this one,
that is correct, though. That does happen, yeah.
Could be that the Rivan and Tosfos didn't have these words in their Gemara.
Very good.
As always left the back. Okay.
Okay.
Rav Sheshes Mishum Rebbe Elazar and Azariah. Rav Sheshes said in the name of Azariah. From where do we know that the strap should be made of calf skin? Right, we said shar. Dichsiv arbam yakenu. He is to strike him 40 times. V'samachle, and in proximity to this, leisachser shar b'dishay. You shall not muzzle. Leisachsoim shar b'dishay. You shall not muzzle an ox during its threshing. So the smicha dikizach in here teach you the juxtaposition state, and that's it's also you try to learn lessons from the Gemara. Rabbi saying. Yeah, but you know what? The lesson in our everyday life is that whoever you attach yourself with, whoever you're samich to, it's going to rub off on you, and you have to be careful to put up fences around it or run away. Mishnayos and others, yeah. So smichos has a real effect on everyday life, and it goes the other way, Rabbi Say. The more you surround yourself for the Pelites with Talmidei Chachamim and Tzadikim and Chaverim Toivim, you will benefit from it because in myriads of ways, not just one way, Rabbi say. Rav Sheshes Moshe Rav Elazar ben Azariah. Okay, noch a zach in which they taught of Rav Sheshes in the name of Rav Elazar ben Azariah. By the way, Rav Elazar ben Azariah was a Tana. And he was next to Rabbi Akiva. So Rav Sheshes was an Amira, and he was a Talmud of Rav. So it couldn't be that Rav Sheshes heard this from Rav Elazar ben Azariah, but it was a Messiah from Rav Sheshes.
In his name.
That's what it means when it says, the Gemara says, Machzor Vitri says, when it says Mishum, that's what it means. Mishum.
In the name of you.
The Mishum is not in the name of.
Yeah, he said it.
Oh, you're right. It is in the name. It is in the name. Yeah. But he didn't hear it from you. Okay. Now, it's very important for those that are listening to the shir that when a child,
you yourself are listening.
Yeah, when a person dies and he has no children, but he has a brother, the Torah says that one of the brothers of the Almoin has to now marry the woman. Now, if they don't,
yeah.
If for whatever reason they don't
want, the guy's dead.
Yeah, the brothers of the Alman have to do yibum.
The Alman is a widow.
No, Almana is a widow.
Almana is a female widow. Alman is a male widow.
Oh, sorry. The brothers of the mace. They have to do yibum. Now, if they don't want to do yibum, they can do chalitza, and it's not for the shir. It's outside the scope of today's discussion.
Why?
Because chalitza is, we're really focusing on yibam here, but chalitza with the shoe, the spitting.
It's in Mesechus Yevamos.
Yeah. I think nowadays we only do chalitza. There's no yibam. Yeah.
Nowadays we don't. They say certain Sfardim maybe.
Certain Sfardim.
Question is what changed, of course.
Yeah, what changed? Why in today's dar do we not do it? If it's a mitzvah in the Torah, yeah. Is it one of the 613? Yeah, it's one of the 613.
It's in Shas.
It's in Shas. It's in Chinuch.
Known as one of the hard.
Yeah. So why don't we do it nowadays? RabbiBlond.com for the shir.
lot of Torahs on Chalitza, intricate. I mean, you have 120 blot. We can't just talk about it in a second. But,
yeah.
All right, so why'd you bring it up? So the Gemara
So the Gemara says here, so how do you know that if the Yavama, right, is now this brother who they hid in a basement for good reason, because he was smitten with boils, and she looks at him and she says, wait, I married the other guy. Now I have to marry this guy because the Torah says it? He's disgusting to look at.
He or she? Yeah, he. Okay.
She'ein chos m'neisai. How do we know that we don't muzzle her? We don't silence her from protesting the marriage. It says you shall not muzzle an ox during its threshing.
Right?
Yeah. We don't muzzle her.
If she doesn't want to go for it.
Yeah, she's like, yeah. So how do we know we listen to her? Yeah. Because it says you don't muzzle an ox, and it says next to it in the next parak, or with the parak near it, Ki yeshvu achem yachlav, if brothers dwell together. So we see that the brother has to do chalitza.
Why do you even need this smichos? Because you know this anyways. We don't do forcible marriages. The question is, what do you even need to come on to this?
You're saying, why do we have to come onto this? Because what do you mean? Yibam is a connection. There's a connection.
It's called a zika.
Yeah. So
even so, we don't force marriages.
It's not forcing. There's a connection.
We don't force people to get married.
I get it, but Yibam, maybe you
would have thought because of the mitzvah.
No, maybe you'll say that once she married the original brother, she is signing a contract that if this is happening, there's a mitzvah. But let me ask you: if he was known to be abusive, she would also have a right? Like this repulsivity is not just about a physical condition, I'd imagine.
This is not just the guy's got a couple pimples.
No. This guy's face is one giant pimple, and he's oozing. And not only that, now that you brought it up, it's a Mishnah in Ksubis. A mukashchin is someone who that is forbidden to marry somebody because having intimate relations with him will cause his flesh to fall apart. So this fellow is in a terrible matzah. He needs a dermatologist ASAP.
Well, they didn't really have them.
They didn't have them, no.
Even if they did, who knows?
Oh, and Rashi Tiyavamis, Lamed Tesamid Beis, Dibra Maskal Omarav, if anyone wants to look it up. He says that it's not just a mukashchin, but any time in which the woman has a valid reason not to be miyabema, she moves on.
You don't need to look it up. You just keep working through Shas.
You'll get there, Rabbi. Say you don't need to pile up svarim. Just continue.
Just keep showing up. Whether a person feels good, doesn't feel good. Whether it's a long day, short day, tired night. You get woken up from your new kid at night. Not rain, hot, cold, sun, winter. You just keep showing up, you'll finish it.
A third teaching
Someone
in this.
Once came up to me, he saw me in the supermarket, he hasn't seen me in years. He said, I remember getting the same next to him. You were sitting in Shal Yashiv with the candlelight. No one was there. They said evacuation orders, everyone. We had exactly like 11 people for me. Usually there's 600 people there every morning.
Rabbi say during COVID, people are supposed to go to Minyan. If the Gedolim say not to go, he went. He didn't listen to an order of safety. This not, but you had an evacuation order. Why were you there?
What's more safe than Shariah?
Yeah, but if the hurricane is, you leave.
You're gonna be safe in a residential house.
You leave you were on the border. You were on the border.
Where'd you go,
water.
Sandy?
I went to my parents' house in Brooklyn, and a tree fell down.
That saved a lot.
Crushed a lot of cars.
Also on the coast. Come on.
Rabbi said, please ask your local Orthodox Rav if during an evacuation order you should stay in Farakaway.
Where was I going to go? I didn't have family.
Oh, he didn't have? Okay. So he went, and he didn't have family, and he went to the base medrash, the most safe place.
Look at the size of the building. You can't get safer than that. You're going to go in a residential house, even a mansion. What are you safer than a building that's a $20-30 million structure?
A psak is a psak. Anyone who degrades the Yamim Tovim is regarded as if he worshipped Avodah Zarah. Now, when it says Moyadim, it's referring to Cholamoid, says the Rebbe.
I want to say in certain circles, people are very lax with Cholamoid.
I happen to have been lax.
Well, I'm at picking on people over here. I'm just saying in general. Remember what Force said, when you learn properly, you'll see a lot of things that are not so simple.
No?
That people don't. No. It's a serious time. It's again.
The Rambam in Hilchos Yom Tif 6:16 understands the Gemara refers to one who does not honor Yom Tif with special festive meals. So that I'm good. That we're good with.
Oh yeah.
Also Chol Hamoed, I shouldn't throw myself under the bus
A lot of
completely.
people don't wash. They don't have yayin and chol hamoed. You should have yayin. You should try to have
Also
basar.
try to limit work that's not necessary.
Yeah, davar avos mut that we know the opening mishnah malikot.
What if you're going to lose money?
Yeah, if you're gonna lose, it's gonna be a loss. But
Rabbi Lazar ben Azar. Oh, sorry. Dichsev Elohei Masecha Loisasa Lach V'Samach Le Eschak Hamatzis Tishmar. It says you should not make for yourself any of these molten gods. And it says you shall observe the festival of Matzos. Now let me ask you.
I got better words than ours.
Yes, Hamatzos it says. So maybe only degrading festivals on maybe only Chol Hamoed Pesach. How do you know Chol Hamoed Sukkos? This that it says next to Chag HaMatzah Tishmar. How do you know it applies to other Chol Hamoed? But I think generally across Shas, when it talks about one Chol Hamoed, it talks about the other. Although in the Torah, it doesn't. It says Chag HaSukkos.
Yeah, I mean you have the Gezer Shav Tezvav, so they're going to be connected, perhaps even through that.
When it doesn't say what type of Chag is it, which one's it referring to?
Chag
Sukkos?
is Sukkos.
Sukkos, right?
Sukkos.
Okay, take the next one away.
These Gemaras, this is straight out of Psachim, by the way. You have the same Agaditas over here. You're looking at Saras Ashashim Wasafas. There it is. Psachim Kuf Yud Chesem Al. You have this same statement of the.
What does it say? What does it say? What does it say?
With the Lashon Hara statements. This is saying anyone who speaks Lashon Hara, okay, which is Lashon Hara. A lot of people don't even know the basic definition of it. It's derogatory, negative information that is true. If it's false, then it's Motzi Shemra.
Motzi Shemra.
So anyone who speaks Lashon Hara or a Makabel, anyone who listens to Lashon Hara.
I'm going to catch you there.
Makabel, anyone who receives,
accepts
it.
Which is different than listening.
It really means listen, though.
The Chafetz Chaim says the reason that the Gemara says accepting and not listening to Lashon Hara is because there are circumstances when it is permitted to listen. That's why it says Makabel.
If it's Toelis, then it's fine. I'll tell you another reason why it doesn't say listen.
Another reason different than the Chafetz Chaim.
Well, first of all, you should realize this. We had a Chabura at night. We met. All the recordings are redline.com in the section. The proof is on the recordings. We went through every single word of the Sefer, plus additions that were off the Sefer, which you really need to discuss because a lot of cases that don't come like explicitly inside. Okay, fine. If you look in the beginning of the Sefer Chafetz Chaim, after the long introduction, you'll see over there that he discusses that it's a problem to accept Lashon Hara even if you're not verbally listening to someone. For example, right? Let's say someone walks in the room and they give a.
Oh, that's derogatory.
That's Lashon Hara, right?
That's not nice.
Right? You can't do that.
But there's no lashon. There's no words. There's just motion.
Right.
It's motion hara.
So Lashon Hara.
There's lotion hara and motion hara.
If you write something, also, nowadays you could spend 20
writing
seconds.
hara.
You write something, boom. Tens of thousands of people, you ruined the guy's life.
Lashon hara, motion hara, and writing hara.
So you have to think
any
about
sort
that.
of communication.
That I would say is a very good answer. Why it doesn't say anyone who listens.
I like that answer. I like that answer.
Anyone who testifies.
Oh, that's
false
not good.
Testimony.
That's not good. About somebody else, right?
Now that's why it makes sense that it's over here in Makkos because we're talking about testimonies. Right, so it's fitting to throw them to dogs.
You think that
it's not specifically dogs. They have a note on that? They don't. You know why?
Yeah.
Because our school, like the Musif, they're not good at it. So
For, it says, the Meiri says,
have
for
no-
he is no better than an animal.
Yeah, but
There's
why
more,
a
there's more.
dog? Why
The
a
Chafetz
dog?
Chaim explains that
Same
one
as
who
a-
indulges in Lashon Hara possesses the same characteristics as a dog.
Oh, so, yeah.
Sometimes a dog will bark at a person going innocently on his way and thereby frighten him, and sometimes the dog will cause injury by biting him. Similarly, a speaker of Lashon Hara will malign a person going on his innocent way in life, which may frighten him or do more serious damage. Thus, it is fitting that the maligner be thrown to the dogs who will frighten and bite him. The Maral explains differently that a speaker of Lashon Hara is worse than a dog, because dogs have been known to exercise discretion against whom they will go on the attack. However, a speaker of Lashon Hara fails to show such discretion.
That's
Also-
actually pretty good now.
And he likes the note. Rabbi Moshe Yosef Blan likes the note. Also, it's not so nice to maybe they show discretion because when the Yidden were leaving Mitzrayim, the dogs were quiet. So maybe that's why someone who speaks Lashon Hara is worse. They don't know how to control themselves. A dog, on the other hand, and that's why we're nice to dogs, right? Because we have a kar satayv.
I mean, we're nice to any animal, right?
Yeah, but more
So by the
so.
time is a problem with the Araisa we hold.
But maybe
So
that's why
that's
some
special.
people take them in as pets, as a kar satayv.
Well, they say dogs, man, best friend, and dogs, cats, and easy, and they're loyal.
Cats,
and all
no,
these
cats are evil.
things. All these things.
Cats are evil.
Why cats evil? Nothing's evil.
You look at it. You look at the cat. You see it's evil. It's
All animals are here for a reason. They're creations of Hashem.
even ants.
Shlomo HaMelech, the wisest of all people, in Mishlei saying, go look at ants.
What can you learn from ants already?
Oh, that was the nice thing on purpose because I sent it.
You have a whole write-up on ants, no?
Countries.
Countries. By the way, I've heard all about these. For all the fans listening, all you have is RabbiBlan.com. He has all the Sfarim written already, but he doesn't want to put out the one on ants first, the one on money first. He wants to first put out a massive halacha sefer, and then he'll start trickling.
Yeshua's ready to.
Yeshua's ready to go.
200 pages, font 12 and words.
Problem is, there's a shortage of paper in the Amazon, and we have no trees to cut them.
Paper. Yeah, I gotta get an editor and
Gotta get an editor. We have an editor. He spoke to an editor.
Yeshua's ready. Yeshua's ready to go.
Spoke to the editor. Go to RabbiBlan.com, use promo code LINGER for 10% off all Sfarim.
Nothing's happening. So, anyways, that's why you toss him to Kalam. The Chsiv, Kelev Tashlichon Oiso Samachlu Latizu Shemashab. Throw him to a dog and you don't swear falsely over here. Kari Bein Nami. Okay, so so now we're darshing words over here. Alright. So we're reading it differently. We're reading it as if it says to others, meaning don't tell others Lashon Hara. That's how the Gemara is darshaning this. And therefore, if a person goes against this, so then you fit him, you throw him to dogs. Okay, it's a drush over here. Yeah. That's the end of the. Got it.
Because I got tripped up last time also. Because it says you shall not accept it. Shouldn't speak it either.
Yeah.
And the end of the pasuk refers to someone who bears false witnesses. Not place your hand with the wicked to become a crook. Okay.
Yeah.
So don't be made checker and don't accept them. How do you have an isser to not to sisa shema shav? Oh, that's not a false report. That's a derogatory statement. Meaning I don't know that someone's lying. I don't know that it's a false report. So if I accept it, I'm over? No, it's referring to something derogatory, right?
Yeah, the way the Gemara is darshaning it. Don't speak about it.
But not this says a false report.
False testimony. Don't give false testimony.
Yeah, but how am I supposed to? There's also an isser to accept false testimony.
Okay.
How do I know if someone's lying? I think it means that you're not supposed to accept derogatory. You're not supposed to listen to derogatory things.
That's not the way the Gemara is darshan this. That was the initial understanding of this passage.
No, it comes out that you're not allowed to. Initially, you're not allowed to accept.
Oh, it's multiple things we're learning
right.
from this passage.
You're not allowed to accept bad things, and then you're not supposed to relay bad things.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you're not supposed to accept someone who's made sheker, because you don't know that it's sheker.
If you know that it's sheker.
Right? Yeah. Oh, maybe. Okay. Ushtei Ritzuos. Go ahead. Please.
Okay. So here the two straps. Tana shel chomer. It's made out of the skin from a donkey.
Rabbi Whitkin is upstate for the next week.
Okay.
That's why he wasn't here. I spoke to him last night.
I don't know why
I'm saying usually he's here. He goes upstate first part of the summer.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay. Kidadoru shahu gililai. Okay, like a certain wise person from Galil said, Alei de Rav Chizda. Some say that this means in front of Rav Chizda. Okay. Yada shor koineu v'chamer evus ba'alav. The bull knows its creator, and the donkey the trough of its owners.
Yeah, what's a trough?
Trough is. They have that word also in there?
What?
They have that word also in there? Trough? A trough is what animals drink.
Eat out of? Yeah,
The-
that like
the
wooden.
water. The water.
Oh.
Yeah, type of thing. So you gotta come with us to the Bronx Zoo. Yes, no promo code needed. You just come with us. We'll get you in. Yisrael lo yada, but the Jews don't know. Yeah.
Where's this pasuk in Tanakh?
This is in Yeshaya. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Amar Kadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem says, Yavu Mishamakir Evus Balav. The person is gonna come who recognizes the trough of its owners.
Donkey. That's why you put the donkey straps.
Yifram Emisha Inamakir Evus Balav, and he's gonna pay back the person who doesn't recognize that trough. That's the sinner.
So then,
He does not
if
recognize
that's
his creator and he goes against his will, and therefore his payment is kind of a measure, that it's going to come from a donkey. That payment.
so, you can also take it from an ox. No, the strap can be from.
The pasuk
It says both. It says shar and chamar.
right, it does.
But we're not learning it out of here. It's just a hint.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
Hold it.
Hold it. Oh, hold it. He's saying
Okay.
because the next Gemara is about the holding of the
Here he
whip.
addresses that question.
About what?
Yeah, it's also alluded to in the pasuk the ox, not the muzzle the ox.
Oh.
Also, yeah. Okay, continuing.
Yada.
So we said that it's going to be 3 inches in width, 3 or 4 inches the width, and the head of the whip would reach the stomach of the individual. Amar Bai Shmamina, Bai says you can learn from over here. Kol chad v'chad, every single person. Lefum gabe avdinan lei, according
From
to.
Sarah Agra.
Right, that's the mission, and this is Perek Avos. So lefum is the same word, which means according to gabe avdinan lei.
According to the back is how we make it.
That's what you do, which means.
It's good to be
some
in the whip
people are
business,
shorter.
according,
Yeah.
Maybe they have different sizes ready to go.
They do. Amar lei Rava. In Cain, Rava says if that's so, if we're gonna do the measurements according to how tall a person is, Rav Shluver Suas Tuva. Bezin is gonna have a lot of whips.
When it says Rava said, did he say these exact words or they're paraphrasing?
Probably paraphrasing.
Okay. Okay.
Ella Amar Rava. Rather, Rava says, rejecting what he said, Av Kasa is like there was a like what you have in our belts. There's different ways of
An adjustable knot.
like what we have with our straps for our belts. And therefore, you could increase or decrease the size.
Kiboy.
When you need to, you would tie it and make it Smaller. When you need it, you loosen it, and it
How do you
would
know
be-
loosen is marpe? How do you know?
It would be taller, because mikdar in Aramaic means a knot.
How do you
And
know?
marfa means loose.
How do you know? How do you know
Yeah,
that?
that's what it means.
I know.
Those are basic Aramaic words.
Basic. This guy speaks the Rav Moshe Yesheblan.com speaks Aramaic. Basic
You learn
Aramaic.
Gemara. That's why when I learned how to learn Gemara, I never used an archer. That's why.
Azai?
Yeah, I have a different system.
What system?
I'm happy to do it. It's called Shut the Arch Girl System.
No, it's too late for me. It's too late.
It's never too late. You know
I'm
why?
40.
'Cause
It's
you're a
over.
young kid.
It's over.
Rabbi Akiva started learning when he was 40, and look at who became.
Are you serious?
Just
I could
quoted
become a
this
gadol
week on
adar.
this year.
I could become a gadol adar.
Oh, we're talking about donkeys. The Medrash Hagadol, the story with the donkey. You know the story with the donkey?
Bilam?
No, with Rabbi Akiva.
What is it?
Oh, yes, Rachel Rabbi Akiva's wife, Rachel. What did she see in Rabbi Akiva? When people get married, they're usually getting married for a few reasons, right? They have common
Yichus.
goals. They have someone has good yichus. You have gold diggers. They're going after the cash.
Oh yeah.
Right? Rachel, she had a lot of money, right?
What did Rabbi Yochanan see in Reish Lakish?
Saw potential.
So she
So
said
he could
maybe-
use those strengths. He was very successful in his.
Maybe
his
Rachel.
industry.
Maybe Rachel.
So what did Rabbi Akiva say? Who was Rabbi Akiva? He was a shepherd. The guy didn't know squat. What was the draw?
His drive, his passion, his yearning.
That's what you need. That's what you need. You need a passion. If you don't have a passion, it's not gonna happen. You see older people, why don't they live till they're 100? Because they don't want to live till 100. If you're not gonna want to live till 100, you ain't gonna live till 100. You gotta want to keep going. You keep going. You have a passion for something. You're gonna want to live, correct? So what did Rachel do? You know the story? She said, I don't care what people think. I don't care if my father disowned me. I don't need his billions of dollars.
Hmm.
And she got married. And you know what happened after she got married?
Rabbi Akiva became rich.
Rabbi Akiva said, you know what? I don't think I could do this. I can't sit on a bench with a bunch of kindergarten kids learning alphabets. They're going to ridicule me. They're going to laugh at me.
And what did Rachel say?
You know what Rachel said? It says the Medrash Hagadol.
Oh.
Rachel said, go to the shuk. And you know what you're going to buy? A donkey. Not just a regular donkey. Buy a donkey that was worked so much.
It was a donkey from Sheshim Gracious.
No. And then it has indentations in the back because it's so much work. And it's almost like an earthquake in the back. It's all down. Buy that donkey. Cheap price. No one's going to want it. You can't use it for much. And you know what he did? What do you think he did?
Bought the expensive donkey.
No, he bought the one that she said. And you know what he did? He brought it home. You know what Rachel did? She took dirt. She put it in the back of the donkey. Put some seeds. And plants started growing out. And then you know what she said? Go to the marketplace. And you know what Rabbi Akiva did? He went to the marketplace and people are laughing. What's this guy doing? They're laughing at him, mocking him. Came home.
Why'd they mock him?
Because he's coming out with a donkey that's got plants growing out of it. It's ridiculous. Who does such a thing? I have stock. Imagine you're driving Lahavdil, right, on the streets nowadays, right? And out of your car, you
There's a
have
giant
trees.
plant.
You have trees and plants coming out of your car in all directions. Who would do such a thing? It's ridiculous. So you know what Rabbi Akiva, Rachel said? Do it again. Go back into the marketplace, same thing. She said, sure, they do it again. And you know what happened? No one laughed anymore. She said, it's a regular donkey. We already know the story. She says, you sit in front of the kids, don't be embarrassed. The first few days, they might ridicule you, they might mock you. At the end of the day, you just keep doing what you're supposed to do. And that's what happened. Then we know that Akiva became the big Talmid Chacham, Tzuba, Samach Beis, Nedarim, Daf Nun. We know the whole story. Eventually came back after 24 years. Of course, 12-year story, but he had 24,000 Talmidim. And then what happened? His father-in-law went, didn't realize that it was his own son-in-law. After 24 years, he didn't see him. And he wanted to be made to, he wanted to do Hataras Nedarim. Undo, he made a vow. He disowned Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva undid the vow and said, by the way, I'm him. And he gave him all the cash also. You see?
Got the money also.
See? That's Rabbi Akiva. So what does that have to do with this? Donkeys. That's what has to do with this. Donkeys.
Malkanoi say the Bezdin flogs him, 1/3 on his front and 2/3 on his back. Menani Mili. How do we know that? Amrav Kahana Damakra Vihi Piloi Hashoifet Vihi Kahu Lefanav Kdei Rishase Ben Misbar. And the judge shall cast him down and have him lashed on his front according to his wickedness and in the assigned number. Risha achas mofanov. We know, so one part
In the front.
of his rishis on the front. Shtei rishasei machra, 2 parts of the wickedness. When it says b'mispar, that means multiple numbers.
Yeah.
Therefore, right, lefanov is in front. B'mispar implies multiple punishments, and the lowest is 2.
Point of the story? Never too late. That was the take-home one, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yeah.
No, it's never too late.
Never too late.
I'm gonna get a donkey and
You got a
put
head
some
start.
trees on the
You
back.
don't need the donkey, you need the lesson. Yeah. You need the lesson. You got a head start. Alright. Let's go see if we could
Okay, go.
get to the mission. Not gonna happen. Okay. In Malcolm I saw. So you said that you only lash someone when he's leaning on something. By the way, 2 nights ago, I was like a minute too late for the shoot. We were supposed to start 8:05. What time did we have to start here?
7:55.
7:55.
Got there in 10 minutes.
They were done 8:03. They were ready. 8:03 is officially an 8:05 shear.
Did they wait around for that?
I was surprised that it started before Shakira. Yeah, it was fine, but some people left. But
So you gotta leave earlier. No.
am I giving it 10?
That's how you know everybody say if he's wearing a tie, that means he's giving the shear.
Yeah, because I got a bolt right after. In Malcolm I saw.
He doesn't drive. He has a car that drives, so he can't even drive.
I definitely drive. Okay, in Malcolm I saw.
Mm-hmm.
We need a nice
So he's-
electric 15-seater van.
Oh wow.
That's what we need.
Sponsors welcome.
Yeah, Rivian's got to just convert it into a non-commercial and make it passenger. Okay, in Malcolm also. So we said he was done leaning. Amar Chizah, Amar Yechon, Chizah said the name of Rabbi Yechon. Amar Ritzu Shehi Muchbelas. How do you know that the strap is folded? Amar, the pasuk says Vihi Pilu. Don't read it Vihi Pilu, rather Vihechvilu, which is an interesting Joshua. Read it folded, doubled. It's a little bit of a. It's a little bit of a stretch.
So the him
but you need it for itself to teach us.
That he has to be bent over.
To be, leaning. If it's so, look to curl it. The pasuk says Yatehu.
You should bend him over.
You should bend. Why did it say Pilu Shram Tarti to come and teach us both about the strap and the bending? The one who is doing the whipping, the lashing, he has to use all of his strength on Rabbanan. Other Bryson, we do not appoint these people. Okay, we don't just appoint anyone to distribute the lashes, to give the lashes over here. He has to be someone who's a little weak, and he has seems like extra wisdom. Extra knowledge.
Yeah, superior intelligence.
Who cares?
They have to have. They're smarter. They're smarter than they have das.
What's the difference? Because it might become dangerous to me, he says, and therefore he has to be able to assess properly what's going on.
You have to have a brain in your head.
I would say he should just be someone who's more in the medical field. But Rabbi Yehuda says even if he doesn't have a lot of knowledge and he has a lot of strength, doesn't need to fit into that exact category that we just said. It's logical to say, like Rabbi Yehuda. The pasuk says 40 lashes. So Yosef and Yosef, you don't want to lash too much because you might lash too much and then you could run into trouble. If you're going to say that he's going to have lacking in knowledge, like Rabbi Yehuda, that's why the pasuk means oh yeah, my brother, if you're going to say he's there, that he has a lot of knowledge, you need to warn him not to hit more. He knows on his own not to hit more. The Rabbana and what would the rabbis say about that? You only warn someone who is regular to be careful. You should warn them to even be.
What does that mean? Mizars and elamazars. I didn't understand that when I saw it.
Someone who's already careful to begin with.
Meaning.
If you're going to tell someone something and doesn't care at all, it's not going to help at all. Let's see someone who already cares. You just tell him to be cautious about it. And
he needs that warning.
Yeah. Tano, we have a brayso. Kishahu Magvia, when he picks up the strap to hit it, Magvia V'Shteyad, he picks up with two hands. Kishahu Magvia, but when he hits Magvia Doachas, he only hits with one.
So he goes up like this, and then he comes down
Correct,
with
the
one.
wind up is two, yeah.
Why? It brings up more strength?
Yeah, why does two hands make the situation...
I think you get more momentum. You get more momentum, and then one, you
Seems
probably
like you
have
could pick
better...
it higher up. It's a heavy thing.
Oh, and
You're
then
able to wind
one,
up,
you have better control, probably.
Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna be as hard.
It says one could apply more power by bringing him down, bringing it with one hand.
Oh yeah, you could?
Yeah.
Who do they call it? Mark explains, okay, in order that it will come from him, from his strength.
It says the Marshash has the words Desese Marzaya,
It says over
which will
here,
come down with
it'll be
strength.
stronger.
Maybe
Wind up
Rashi.
with two hands.
Let's see Rashi.
It's hard to practically
And Sanhedrin. Mem Hey
Hard
and
to
the place.
practically understand how that will
Yeah.
make it stronger or whatever.
We should never know. I mean,
Oh no, we don't do this nowadays.
no, Mashiach's coming. Makkos comes back and Mashiach's coming.
Everything should come back when Beis HaMikdash comes back.
We still have
If it
Averis.
doesn't, then we have to ask why.
Right. Not every. Right. Okay, Shkoyach, we'll continue here.
In Shabbos, Samakim Wanav,
Yeah.
it says, "Ain't been in the Mashiach." No difference between when Mashiach comes in now, except he's going to be serving who? Taisus already says there's no difference. Ain't been is locked off, but you can't take that literally because there's a difference. That there's going to be a Beis HaMikdash.
And Teku is Tishbi Yetaretz Kushios Ve'abayos.
Levi, it's good chazar for you. Now you remember.